Hello Stampers, welcome to another Help Me Rhonda episode. This week we have a great question. Someone is starting from scratch again and wants some help finding new customers, but I figure all of us, no matter what part we are in our business, we are always looking for ways to find new customers besides our current customer base. So let me read you the question and then we're going to jump in and get started. Alright, so this one is from Paula. She says, question, starting from scratch again. That's a lot of us out there, Paula. What is the best way to start up again without using family or friends that got you started the first time? Great question. And let me tell you something. That's actually a little secret to my success over the past years of consistent success, I should say. It's been 12 years that I've been a demonstrator, and every year I play a little mind game with myself. I pretend that I'm a brand new demonstrator about at least once a year. Usually it's in July and August because that's actually when I started. There's a brand new catalog, so everything kind of feels new to me. So I always mentally think, what did I do when I began? How can I start from scratch again? So every single year, I recommend you start from scratch. And this is a couple things for you. Number one, it keeps you relevant with your downline. So you know what it's like when you get a new recruit. You can easily help her start from scratch because you will have just done it sometime within the last year or two. It also keeps your business fresh. It always keeps a good flow of customers coming in. So if you are truly starting from scratch or not, I'm going to help you with a couple ideas that can get you going. Now, there are many ways to help you get started. I'm going to talk to you about a couple that work most effectively for me and for a lot of my training clients. When you've exhausted your family and friends, sometimes you get to the point where you're kind of stuck. Even if you are a new demonstrator and this is maybe your 6th month or 7th month or after your very first year, you find that, okay, I've exhausted those family and friends, now where do I go? I'm going to give you a couple places where personally I went that really helped. I still go, and things that maybe you can try in your area. Number one is going to community ed programs, libraries. All school systems have after-school programs that are not just for kids but are for adults as well. And I'm not talking just about your school system. Your school system might not do that, but there will be others in your area that do. So go to the different area community ed programs. Almost every city, county has community ed after-school programs or in general. Start running classes. The most important thing is that you find a place to stamp with people. If it's at a YMCA, they love to have all different kinds of classes there. If it's for a park and recs department, if it's for libraries are a huge one. Now in these instances, you probably will not be able to sell from your catalog. And that's a little bit of a bummer, but it's not the end of the world. Your point in doing these classes is to introduce you to people stamping and have them stamp with you and you connect with them personally. Every one of these you're going to put together a packet of information that will have maybe one of our occasion catalogs in it. It'll have a free class pass. It'll have different things that you can do to get them to come to your other classes and stamp with you. And there you'll be able to sell with them. It'll get you a chance to maybe offer your services in running a private class. It's a place for you to meet customers that you can then add to your email list, add to your customer list, and then you can start advertising all the other aspects of your business. So this is the number one thing, though. They're not going to fall in your lap. You have to go out there and find them. The second thing are expos, vendor fair, trade fairs. These are all investments in your business, but they work. Now, mind you, you may have to work all day or for a full weekend to gather 5 or 10 new customers. Personally, I'd love to do a workshop and work maybe 3 hours, gather sales, and find 5 or 10 new customers. But if you're stuck and you need new customers, this is a thing that works. So you need to go prepared with a great display, gather information, do door prize forms. I love to sell my cards there. That way I have something for them to actually come and purchase. And they get to take a piece home of me, about me, that they will drool over for days and days and want to learn to do more of it. The most important thing, again, is gathering their information so you can add them to the list. You can send them personal messages. You can send them a card in the mail. I always try to gather even their addresses so I can follow up later. Again, you need to go out and find these. Google them. I Google craft fairs in blank counties, and I'm willing to travel an hour or even more depending on your demographics to try to find some new customers. Another way, this is an excellent way I think, is to go into local restaurants. Offer to do a card, a coffee and a card on Fridays. Offer to do Saturday morning crafting sessions. Restaurants want to bring people into their business, and they want people staying there and ordering food, and you want people that are around just watching what you're doing. As a matter of fact, here's a little sneak peek coming out. I'm actually opening up a studio soon, within the next couple weeks, in a restaurant. So they have an empty room. I love all their tables, and I can just be there and have such people be able to come in, and they're so nosy, they'll want to see what you're doing. But you can go in and just run classes at any local restaurants. Here's the key, Paula. You just need to think about ways that you can get out and stamp with people and gather their information. Bring that in. Then you need to start incorporating them into your business and what you're doing. Holding a monthly class is minimum. An easy, simple card class that's beautiful, but anybody can do it. If you've been around for 10 years or 1 month, it's a place for you to always have new people come. And actually, this is another thing. Even book your own party. When's the last time you had your own party? Personally, I hold my own party 2 times a year, at least, sometimes 3. Each one will only have 4 or 5 people, but I'm slowly always bringing in new people. So if my daughter has a new friend that has a mom, if I met somebody new through maybe my post office, my dental hygienist assistant, I gather people's information, and as soon as I have my own party, which I said is usually several times a year, then once you have a party, it's the best place to form new customers. So I have my own workshops, my own parties, even to start from scratch at least 3 times a year. I'm always looking for new customers or re-engaging past customers that haven't stamped in a while and getting them hooked all over again. All right, Paula, thanks for the question. I think it's a great one, and I hope you all dig deep and try to challenge yourself to start from scratch every single year. If you had to begin fresh again right now, what would you do? Add that to your current business, and that's a true secret of success. Thanks for stopping by, and if you have a question for the next Help Me Ronda episode, go ahead and email me, and maybe I'll feature it on one of next week's episodes. Thanks.